Do you have a chronic hamstring injury? Okay, if that's the case and you keep injuring it, you're like me, I've had 3. So I've had to really strengthen that hamstring and other things around it. Watch this video, it's gonna be really, really helpful. We're gonna be using tubing. So as you see, we'll skip right now to the video. I've got the tubing. I like to use 2 pieces of tubing, that way it's a little bit safer. I'm also gonna be using a chair, as you saw there. On this, I'm using the door anchor and the ankle strap. So we're gonna start here. Now this is with tubing. So this is hamstring rehab with tubing. We're gonna do a mobilize, stabilize, stretch. That's my pattern right there. So you're gonna wrap the ankle strap around your ankle, and we're gonna go through some mobilizations. Now this one's gonna seem counterintuitive. Remember, we're not stretching yet, we're mobilizing. So as you see, we're just going through the ranges of motion. You want this to be comfortable. You want it to follow just your natural range of motion. If you have a newer hamstring injury, you want to be really careful. Now we're going into the second mobilization, which is pulling that leg in and out. I'm just giving a little bit of resistance, but we're going through a mobilization with that resistance. You're kind of using the tubing right now to help you go through that. We're gonna go back and forth. What I do here is I'm doing 10 leg swings with assistance from the tubing, and then 10 leg curls, we'll call them. Not necessarily a technical curl, but we're curling the leg up. So curling leg stretches. There's our second set of curling leg stretches. Think of this as polishing. You're polishing the joints, you're polishing the muscles. You're not doing a heavy stretch right here. It should be comfortable. We're doing our 3rd round right here. So here's our 3rd round of just 10 leg swings. If there's pain on this, I would discontinue, skip this part. Just find whatever movement you can, even if it's like laying on your back and tipping your legs from side to side. And here's our 3rd mobilization with that leg curl, curling it up. I'm kind of bringing it up almost to your butt area, letting the knee hang out just a little bit. So just bring that foot up to your ankle. Okay, now, done with the mobilization. So we go mobilize. Now we're gonna go stabilize. We're doing our exercises. So as you saw, I'm using the door anchor. I'm gonna go just below the doorknob. Sometimes doors close differently, so try and get it in there. You shut the door there. Now, I'm going to lay down on my belly, okay? So you wanna feel a good resistance. You can't see my arms. I just basically lay my head down, and we're just gonna go through a full range of motion. So we're doing 10 full range of motion, bring it as close to your butt as you can comfortably. Now, if you have a hamstring injury, you're gonna be limited. So if you are limited, don't push to pain. You're gonna use light tubing, not heavy. I'm kind of using a medium tubing right here. We're gonna do 10 full range of motion, and then see, I'm gonna do 10 pulses. And notice at first I wasn't. You wanna kind of lock that heel out like you're trying to push that heel to your butt. So we do 10 full ranges of motion, 10 pulses. Now we're gonna take this out. We're gonna do resistance band single leg deadlifts. So grab the chair just for support. You're gonna step on the tubing with the affected leg. You're gonna let the opposite leg swing back. So let it swing back, and you're really trying to contract. So the leg I'm trying to contract, and you see you kind of have to adjust a little bit. You'll find that you want a little resistance, not too much, but not too little. Using that chair to support yourself. The leg that you're standing on is the leg you want to feel the contraction. So as you let the other leg swing back, you're contracting that hamstring as you're swinging the other leg forward. So the contraction is in the glute and the hamstring of the leg you're standing on. We're going to go back and forth. I did 10 there. Now we're going to go back to the door anchor. So the door anchor is going into the door. We're going to do those curls again. If you need to make adjustments from the first time, make those adjustments. Rule number 1, no pain, okay? A little bit of dull ache, you wanna feel that contraction, that's all fine, but if you're feeling pain, don't push it. We don't want to risk another hamstring injury. You wanna get it strong without injury. So we're going through our 10 full ranges of motion. Notice bring the leg straight and bring it up as high as you can. Flexibility varies. I am not the most flexible person, so I'm trying to get the fullest range of motion that I can. Then notice I lock the heel out and try and like pump, pump, pump. 10 pushes where that just pushes right, like you're trying to touch your heel to your butt. 10 little pumps, making sure that feels good. If that hurts, back off, do the pump up against the edge of discomfort, never go to pain. Now we're gonna go back to our deadlifts. I'm grabbing the chair for just assistance so that you can keep your balance. Okay, step with the affected leg on the tubing, grab a few inches above, and we're doing that extension. So I kick the leg back, bring it up. That first one was, I don't know what I was doing there. There we go. Okay, so the unaffected leg swings back. This is a really good healthy low back exercise as well, because you can do a deadlift. You can affect the glutes, the hamstrings, without putting pressure onto the discs and the SI. So this is a good one for a lot, but we're using it here for our hamstring, which is good. So you kind of want to, I like to say, focus, think about contracting your hamstring so that the other muscles are helping. That you're going to contract all of them, but it's going to help. And we're going for our third. So we do 3 rounds of 10 here. Now, depending on how you're feeling, you may do 3 rounds of 10. You may do 2 rounds of 10 of each of those, or even just one, going through the contractions. That's the most important thing. If this is your first day and you just started to do rehab after a hamstring injury, I would take it really easy, really easy. Just do those, go up against the edge of discomfort, just don't go to pain. There's my pulses right there. So we did our 10 full range of motion, hamstring curls, 10 pulses. Now we're gonna finish it off with the last set of our single leg deadlifts. I love single leg deadlifts, especially if you've got an injury. I use them a lot. I use them in running. If you have BFR straps, blood flow restriction, which we can talk about, follow us for more of that. I am a fan of BFR straps if you use them properly, and if you have an injury, this would be a good type of rehab exercise that you could use BFR straps on. You just have to make sure that the BFR strap doesn't hurt the injured hamstring. And we're doing our 10 single leg deadlifts here, stepping on the tubing with the affected leg, and that's it. Okay, so we do mobilize, we did mobilization, stabilize. Now we're gonna do a stretch. If you notice, I took the tubing off of the ankle strap. I'm gonna lay down on my back and we're just gonna do a hamstring, assisted hamstring stretch. You put the tubing around the bottom of the foot and I'm just pulling. Again, I am not the most flexible person. I am literally right here trying to pull that hamstring up as high as I can, trying to lock. I did okay at locking my knee out. Just listen to your body. You wanna make sure you're feeling a stretch into the hamstring, and then notice, like the mobilization, now instead of just a mobilization, I'm stretching. What's interesting, so I'm basically, it's still wrapped around my foot. I'm holding each one of these for about a count of 20. You can go 15 to 20 seconds here. You can even do up to 30, but I'm pulling that foot up, kind of up into my butt. And then we're going back into a 15 to 20 second. I think on this one I'm doing 20 seconds of a hamstring stretch, just straight leg, pulling back with that resistance. You want to feel a nice gentle stretch. So I like to say maybe a 50% stretch. You don't want to hit this too hard if you're rehabbing. Then we're pulling the leg up. What's interesting with the hamstring, studies are showing that it's not just the hamstring, it's because your abductors and adductors, the muscles on the sides of your leg, are not firing the way that they're supposed to. Then you end up getting an injury. So that's why we want to do that pull up stretch. And we went through 2 sets there of the stretches. Get all the dust off of me, and then there we go. So that's the rehab for using tubing. If you have a hamstring injury, whether it be chronic or acute, go out, turn your pain into your power, find those weaknesses, turn them into strengths. You can do it. This is a beginning. This is the start. So keep following us for more videos. We'll give more in-depth exercises. This is literally like a step 1 type of exercise that you can do. Make sure that you use the modifications to listen to your body. Don't push it into pain. Go out and get it done.